I like to take that before I forget, because sometimes then I'll walk away and I'll have forgotten to do it, so I try to do it right at the very beginning. That way I don't forget. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. What's your date of birth?
6/10/1994.
Okay, and your social security? I show that you don't have a permanent address at this time, you're homeless?
Yeah, I'm at the shelter.
Okay. Harvest home?
Yeah.
Okay. Ow. You have community Medicaid as your insurance? You have Medicaid?
United Healthcare?
Is it United Healthcare?
Yeah.
I'll change that. Okay. I have a few questions and some signatures, and then I will let Kelly know that you're here. What time is it? 1. What do we got? Okay.
People stay here?
Stay here? No. You mean like?
I just seen the lockers. I thought people stay here.
Oh, no. They might put stuff in there. I'm not exactly sure what it's for. There. All right. And is it Leisha?
Aisha.
How are you spelling it?
IESHA.
Oh, that looked like an L in here. That's sorry.
It's a capital I.
Okay. Pretty neat.
Thank you.
Okay, how many in your household besides yourself? Do you have a spouse, minor children that are with you?
My son.
Is he's under 18?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the two of you?
Yeah.
He's a minor. Do you get any social security? Do you have any income at all?
I have child support.
Okay. Is that on here? Child support?
Yeah, you can put that on there, yeah.
Where,
Yeah, because if she has, it's a family size of whatever with her and her child, you want to definitely have that.
Okay.
You can put it in under other, I don't know if we have a block for child support anymore.
Well, you have that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yep.
And about how much a month is that?
36, 9. I'll say 4, probably 502. Like that.
$502 a month? Okay. And just so you know, the reason that we ask this, because we have a sliding fee scale here. So, and because you have a family of 2, you and your son, if for any reason you lost your Medicaid or your insurance coverage because of your income, based on your income and family size, we can step in and help make sure that you still get your services here. That's why we ask this financial information, okay?
Okay.
Not because we're trying to be nosy, it's just that this enables us to be able to determine, do you need the assistance or whatever. Oh, you said you have United Healthcare Medicaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
By any chance, do you have your card? Could I see it? I just want to get mine.
Like virtual.
Yeah, that's over the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it sometimes if they have to.
Like you ordered from here?
Some people don't want to do it. Okay, another signature there.
You said no signature?
Yeah, another signature there.
Okay.
Okay. This next one is has to do with the notice of privacy practice. Okay, that's the HIPAA laws. Your rights under this, which is like we can't disclose information to you without your written permission, especially to people that might come in and ask for it. So I have there's a booklet here. Most about everything is in here, and it's yours for when I'm done. Hang on, I'll let you know when. You can look at that. Okay, another signature there. This next one is a code of conduct, and that is just that. You acknowledge that you're not going to come in here. There's no guns or violence or alcohol and disruptive behavior, etc. Hang on. Okay, last signature. Okay, this is for Kelly. Okay, I'm gonna put it under here. It's on top of the book. Like I said, that booklet is yours. You can have a seat in whichever lobby you're most comfortable and start answering the questions. I'll let her know that you're here, and then she'll be out to get you. Okay?
She'll come to this lobby or that lobby?
There. She might come through that door. So if you want to sit there, if you're comfortable there, that's fine.
I'm about to fill out this paperwork. You guys had community services, what is it called again? community support services. All right, so we are here, and yeah, I'm at the vlog this application, and I will see y'all in a minute. So this is an application we are filling out. So I will check anyone that applies. Did you lose a parent through divorce, abandonment, death, other reasons? Did you live with anyone who was depressed, mentally ill, attempted suicide? Did you live with anyone who had problems with drinking, using drugs, including prescription drugs? Did your parents or adults in your home ever hit, punch, beat, or threaten to harm you? Did you live with anyone who went to jail or prison? Did your parent or adult in your home swear at you, insult you, or put you down? I feel like this is childhood experience. So I would say, so based on my childhood, I would say this. Did your parent or adult in your home ever hit, punch, beat, or threaten to harm each other? Sometimes, just being honest, did a parent or adult in your home ever hit, beat, kick, or physically hurt you anyway? Did you feel that anyone in your family loved you or thought you were special? Did you ever experience unwanted sexual contact? Did you lose a parent? Did you live with depressed, mentally ill? Including myself, most likely. Did you feel you had? Okay, so that's the childhood experience. Do you believe that these experiences have affected your health? A lot. Because, you know, I feel like sometimes my mom was verbally abusive. You know, she called me a B and this and that. But that was my childhood, it's the past, but if they want to know, they want to know. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by any of the following problems? Little interest and pleasure doing stuff. More than half the days feeling down, depressed, hopeless. Let's say several days, more than half a day. So several days is like every so often. Trouble falling asleep, staying up, or sleeping too much. Feeling tired or having little energy. Poor appetite, overeating. Just having at the shelter, yes. Feeling bad about yourself that you're a failure, have letting your family, not at all. Trouble concentrating on things such as reading newspaper, watch TV. Moving or speaking so slowly that other people could have noticed, or the opposite. Fidgety, restless, and have been moving around more than usual. Not really. Thoughts that you would be better off dead or hurting yourself in some way. Sometimes. If I say that, they might give me a psych ward. But I would say every so often. What kind of facility is this? Like, is y'all trying to get me admitted? I think that's what they're trying to do. Because if anything, they just gonna give me more prescriptions. So this is for mental health. More, if anything, I'm just looking for a counselor. If I can get a counselor, perfect. Because I ain't trying to get on no prescriptions. Just give me a counselor. In the last 12 months, did you ever eat less than you felt you should because there wasn't enough money or food? In the last 12 months, has electric, gas, oil, or water company threatened to shut off your home? No problems eating, getting child care, make it difficult for the problem getting child care. Yes, I skipped this whole question. Are you worried about this much? You may not have stable housing. In the last 12 months, have you needed to see a doctor? Could be and could not because of the cost. In the last 12 months, have you ever went without health care because you didn't have a way to get there? Do you ever need help reading hospital material? Do you often feel that you lack companionship? Are any of your needs urgent? I don't have food tonight. I don't have a place to sleep tonight. Not for myself, no. If you check yes in the boxes, would you like to receive assistance? Next. Have you ever felt that you ought to cut down on your drinking or drug use? Have people annoyed you by criticizing your drinking or drug use? Have you ever felt guilty about your drinking? Have you ever had a drink and used drugs the first thing when you were studying on your interview? And that is the end of the questionnaire. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to fill this out. Intake summary. Oh yes, I guess I'm not supposed to fill this one out. So that was the end of the survey. Here we are. I've never been here before, so this is really new to me. cleaning windows, and need somebody for a job. I'm coming and getting a job. So there's, we hope the programs and services offer community support to your recovery mission statement, helping you achieve healthy mind, body while supporting your life you live and work. Sure Guide will introduce you to organization as your partner in mental and physical wellness. Ensure you receive the best care possible as well as we expect from you on this journey. Also, this is a booklet how they offer support, promoting safety, words and actions, successes with you, hours of operation, common for vision, so it's Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, unique experiences. They do art therapy. So this is their book. And program services available. So they do assertive community treatment, ACT program, intensive case management, specializes team of providers, partners, clients, assist them with meeting basic needs and working towards recovery. Case management, we do art therapy, creative outlet, express ideas may be difficult to put into words. Art therapy uses the art media creative process and the resulting artwork to explore feelings, reconcile emotional conflicts, foster self-awareness, reduce anxiety, improve self-esteem. Art therapy is offered in group and individual formats. Case management assists clients to connect with agency and community resources. Counseling, this is what I want some counseling to focus on assisting individuals to explore thoughts, feelings, and behaviors with emphasis on enhancing their quality of life. Collaboratively with the individual, establishes goals and provide a path towards positive change, crisis intervention, so if you feel as though you're suicidal. Day treatment is an intensive Monday through Friday 3-hour group for those experiencing active symptoms of mental illness. Day treatment can serve as an alternative to hospitalization, providing education on coping with mental health symptoms and current stressors. Group services, homeless outreach for individuals who are connected with the Agency of Mental Health Services, experience homelessness, integrated care clinic, preventive care, chronic illness, anything with your wellness, medication clinic, offer individuals to take long-acting antipsychotic injections. Mental health treatment nurses provide medication, monitoring, injection, administration services, basic nursing services, and EAMS tests. Mental health court, nursing services, sign RNA. So RN caregiver, I've just seen one of them walk through the doors too. Path labs provide site lab work to allow for proper monitoring of medication side effects, potential medical causes of mental health changes. Peer support, pharmacy, they got their own pharmacy through clients. I know that's clients is got insurance. So it says what can you expect from here is they will treat you with respect, dignity, respect your privacy and confidentiality, listen without judgment, treatment providers, share information, resources, services. With your permission, we can include your family members and others in your treatment. Share information will help actively participate in services, including working with your team care to and we also have telehealth over the phone appointments, residential treatment, supporting housing. They got service enriched facilities, Madeline Park, Stony Point, psychiatry, support services available. So supported housing, see what that is, as well as supported employment. The Commons at Maryland Park, Stony Point, there's a dedicated case management staff as well as access and peer support. Based on emphasizing consumer preferences, rapid job search and placement integration with mental health services and time unlimited support to help persons with mental illness find competitive employment. So they offer guidance in all phases of the process of obtaining employment, fees and payments. If you have some type of, I guess if your insurance don't pay for it, then it can help you with your help you financially meet what's required of you financially, the joint payment plan, something like that maybe. I don't know. This don't sound like they do any, as for health-wise, take care of your health, but I'm more so looking for the counseling, supported housing, supported employment, and maybe art therapy as well. So,
You got up by there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's amazing. I wish I would have taken, I drive by it every day, but I wish I would have taken pictures as they were tearing it down, because that would have been a great photo thing like that. You know, one day there were more windows out, then the next day part of the building, it was
I mean, it was an old building, I could tell.
yeah, well, apparently they couldn't renovate it, is what I heard, because it had a lot of asbestos.
Hmm.
Okay, inpatient. How many inpatient stays have you had?
In the hospital?
Yeah,
Well, I was hospitalized twice.
okay.
Yeah, I guess it was only 2.
Okay, and when was the first one, do you know?
No, I don't remember. It was after my daughter was born, so it was around December
Which year?
2021.
And where were you at?
Akron, Georgia.
Okay, and your second one?
That was 2022. It was like in the spring,
Okay,
so around March.
okay, and where were you at?
Akron, Georgia.
I don't know if I'm even gonna ask for those records, are kind of old.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they, I don't know if they talk, I don't think they talk, it's just talk. Okay, you're drinking, driving people that annoying. So you feel guilty sometimes about your drinking or drug use,
Hmm.
and sometimes like, do you drink or use drugs?
I just do. I used to smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
But now I only do nicotine, like the vape, nicotine
Okay, but
vape.
you're not drinking or anything like that, okay.
But I do feel like guilty about it sometimes. I don't know why.
Okay.
Vaping, nicotine, but that was with anything that I did. Like when I was with cigarettes, I used to feel guilty about that. So it's like with everything.
So you use a vape now?
Yeah.
You can't smoke where you're at, right?
Mm-mm. Well, we can smoke in the backyard.
You know,
They got like a smoking
okay.
section.
Somebody told me that when you're at Oriana House, what they do is they can't have their cigarettes on premise, so there's a place where everybody ties their cigarettes out of the trees and goes and gets them, and half the time they're not there because other people take them.
What?
I know, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I've seen the Oriana House before. I've never been there
Yeah,
though.
you don't want to be there, it's not very nice.
Wow.
When they were telling me, I just looked amazed. So how often do you use your vape?
I don't even know. Like
Use it every day?
every day throughout the day, probably 4 times. 4 times throughout the day.
Well, that's not very
I
much.
step out and I smoke a vape.
Okay. Do you have any current anger or aggression?
No.
You seem pretty calm. Are you anxious?
No.
Okay. Any issues of loss, bereavement?
No.
Okay.
The only time I become like angry or moody is when like, cause my son is autistic, so
Okay.
I get stressors.
Oh, that's a busy kid. That's a busy kid.
Yeah.
I think this is yours to keep. Okay, so it's just like frustration, kind of from not much so much anger, it's more it's just frustration because you're dealing with him.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Yeah, autistic kids, they can be really a handful. And I get that totally. No loss issues.
Somewhat.
Okay. Loss of a parent, a loved one.
Parent.
Okay. Who passed away?
My father.
How long ago?
2 years ago.
You're so young. Well, I shouldn't say that because my youngest son's 30 and his dad died 2 years ago. So depressed mood and sadness. That looks like that might be your biggest thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Your score is 2 awfully high. It's the PHQ, which is a measure of your depression today, right at this moment, is a 13. I think that puts you in the moderate range. Ever had any times where you're kind of delusional, you've heard things, you've seen things, okay? Any mood swings?
Yeah, all the time, throughout the whole day.
Okay.
It can like be up here, and then like as soon as I go out somewhere, it just drops.
Okay.
You know, then I come back inside, it's like at the middle.
Okay.
Then it doesn't climb back up
Okay.
till like probably that next day or the next after that day.
But never an episode so high that you feel like you have to do this, and your mind is racing with thoughts and all that.
No, I stopped that.
Okay, you stopped it. Good for you.
I
That's
know
a
how to,
smart
just
And how's your
sit
sleep?
myself down.
Yeah, good. And how's your sleep?
It's
I know I don't know, you and your son in a room together? Okay, so
Yeah.
just the 2 of you.
yeah,
So that's better than the whole dorm thing.
yeah.
Okay,
It's kind of like the same thing anyway.
yeah, you're in a building with a bunch of other people, so. So how is your sleep?
So we wake up at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
We have to be up.
For breakfast.
Yeah, but like sometimes when we want to make breakfast, we'll have to get up at like 6:45.
To get in there before everybody else is in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in the middle of breakfast, we have to sit down for a meeting,
Okay.
and that takes a while. And then we have to finish our breakfast before 8. So we have to go to bed early just to get up early to get breakfast. And most of the time, he doesn't want to get up.
Oh,
so
I bet. Well, he's little. Yeah.
and
He's gone
every-
all day.
And then every single day, getting up at 7 o'clock or before 7 o'clock, I don't think my sleep is doing too well.
Yeah.
And then we got chores and stuff, and we're not done with the day until about 11 or 10 because we had to do chores. So we're not done with the day until 10.
Okay.
So then we got all that time till 6 to do what we got to do. So if I need to go out there and find a job and stuff,
Okay.
I have to do that before 6:30.
Okay. You got that little window.
That's a little window.
How many hours a day do you think you sleep or night you sleep?
More than I should.
Okay.
Because after dinner, after breakfast, and then I gotta constantly stay up because.
Forget about your son.
And then lunch is at 12, so we only got that little.
Yeah, that's just that's.
Yeah, and I'm like, I gotta eat. Like I'm hungry,
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't want to skip lunch. So then.
Well, you can't have him skip lunch. I mean, he needs.
Yeah. So then between 12 and 6, I have to that's my napping. Like I can take a nap, but then I actually have to get up and do stuff. So it's like, yeah, my sleep isn't doing too well.
It's not your usual pattern.
Yeah, it's like, it's basically I don't want to sleep too much.
Right.
But then I really don't have enough time to do too much either.
Right.
So it's like I'm in the bed too much.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm feeling depressed because I can't really get out and do what I need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So no, I get it. So who in your family did you live with that was depressed, mentally ill, or attempted a suicide?
My father was depressed. We got a lot of depression on his side.
Okay, on your dad's side?
Yeah.
And did your dad, he didn't kill himself, did he? Or did he?
No.
No, okay.
My brother deals with suicidal depression.
Okay, so that let's see. So who had the drinking problem in your home?
My dad
Your dad?
has, and all my siblings are going through that right now.
Okay.
And my one brother on my mom's side is the one that's suicidal depressed, and he has a drinking problem as well.
Who in the home was verbally abusive to you?
My mom, when I was younger, she used to always call me out my name and make me feel low.
Have you ever witnessed any violent acts in the community?
Like car accident or anything?
Like hit and runs, shootings?
I was in an accident before.
Okay.
Just me. About 3 years ago.
Okay, did you get hurt?
Well, I had a back injury, but they gave me medicine, so it
Okay.
helped.
Back injuries are horrible. But you've never witnessed like a shooting or a robbery or?
No.
Okay. Have you ever tried to commit suicide?
I think about it more.
Okay, it's more. Is it more though?
No, when I was younger.
Okay, when you're
Because I don't even think about it. 'Cause I
Okay,
got
and it
kids
wasn't
now.
so much like, did you ever have a plan?
No, it's like one time I sat and I had like the knife, but it was more of an idea than really acting on it. So I would just sit and just think about it, but I didn't really actually want to do it.
Now your family, do you have any contact with them at all?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have friends that are supportive?
Not really.
Okay. Have you ever done anything violent in a community or to someone else?
No.
Where'd you get that dress? It's really cute.
My aunt gave it to me.
It's the time of year to wear it. It's really gonna get hot this weekend. They have air where you're at, don't they? Air conditioning? They say
I think. I
You
don't know.
think? I get that, trust
Like
me.
I don't.
Like the air's on, really?
Right. I can't tell.
So how many kids in your with your mom and your dad?
My dad, it is 11,
Your dad has 11 kids?
and my mom 4.
So you live with your mom?
Yeah.
Family, okay. And your other siblings live there with you, boys or girls?
1 boy, 2 other girls. So it was 3 girls, 1 boy.
And where are you in that lineup?
Second youngest.
You're probably not the second youngest with your dad, though.
No, I'm the 3rd.
Okay. Are you currently enrolled in any classes or anything at this point?
No.
What's your highest level of education you received?
High school diploma.
Are you a veteran?
No.
And you're currently not employed, but you are looking.
Yes.
What kind of interests do you have? Obviously, having an 8-year-old autistic son keeps you pretty busy.
Yeah. So I'm looking for something simple.
Okay.
Back into the cleaning. Just cleaning.
Okay. What kind of jobs have you had?
Daycare. I was a daycare teacher. I was a home health aide. Cleaning technician.
Technician for what?
The hospitals, I was cleaning
Oh, like
equipment.
a med tech. Medical tech?
Sanitation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sanitation technician. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I cleaned. I don't know. It might have been. But at Panera Bread, I also was I was a cleaning technician for Panera
Okay.
Bread, but I was a
And that's what you did?
sanitation.
That's all you did at Panera?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I was a cleaning. I cleaned technology at the hospitals.
Okay.
I was. Yeah, so I cleaned a lot.
Where'd
Mostly.
you work?
Quality assured.
Was it like a private company that went into the hospitals to clean?
No, they clean for like factories
Oh,
and
okay.
offices and stuff like that. But did I go through a company to them? I don't think I went through a company to the hospital.
Okay.
But everybody else, yeah. I work for a beautiful child daycare.
Okay.
Little Discovers daycare. Visiting angels.
Did you like the
Home
kind of
health
work?
aid. Which one? Daycare. Not really.
I wouldn't.
I did it. I liked it because I could make my own lesson
Yeah, but-
plans and be creative.
Right, but the other thing is you gotta deal with the parents, and that's what would make me crazy.
Yeah.
So where you're living now, what's that? Oh, I guess I'm gonna say homeless, but you're living in a shelter.
Hmm.
Is it considered like a family homeless shelter?
Yeah. Mothers.
It's pretty big. It's an old hotel, isn't it?
I don't know. It used to be. I didn't know that.
Where's it at? What street's on?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry.
Prospect.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I just know I had somebody else that had, that I worked with at another agency, and she was there. She
It's
didn't
like
have-
single woman in mine.
Yeah, she didn't have her girls with her, but she was going to be getting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any cultural factors, anything you did in your family that's cultural.
Hmm.
No. Okay. You identify as straight, heterosexual?
Straight.
Straight. Okay. Current legal status. Any legal? Are you on probation or parole or anything?
No.
Any legal history as a child, juvenile?
Yeah, I had 2.
What were they?
Trespassing and theft.
How about as an adult?
No. Oh yeah. I forget what it was, but I stabbed my son's dad.
Oh, he probably deserved it. Assault.
He did. He was choking me.
Was it?
So,
Were you charged with it?
I think so, but it was
an assault
quickly-
charge?
I think it was, or something. I was only in there for a day, and my charges wasn't really bad because we was fighting
Wow.
each other.
Did you have marks on your neck?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I probably did.
Okay.
But he called the police on me. So
That's crazy. He was
Yeah.
choking you. Did they take him into?
no, he was in the hospital.
Where'd you stab him?
In his arm.
Oh.
Right here. But don't ask me where I was aiming.
Okay, you were angry. You were trying to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So when's the last time you saw your primary care physician?
I had one in Warren because I recently got back. I used to live in Warren for about 5 years. I was seeing him.
Do you have one now?
No.
Are you interested in coming here? We have primary care doctors here.
Yes.
Any reactions to any medication?
No.
Any allergies?
No.
Health-wise, anything significant? Sickle cell trait, high blood pressure, diabetes?
No.
You're still young. You haven't hit 40. When you hit 40, they'll say, "Welcome to chronic health problems." This is my joke. And like my husband was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's. He says, "I don't like that." And I said, "Well, it's not like you get to choose."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't like that diagnosis. Can you give me another one? He says, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "Because if you gotta lighten up." So no medical diagnoses at all.
No.
Okay, that's good. And do you do yoga? Have you ever done yoga or anything like that?
On my own.
Okay. A lot of people do yoga and meditation. And current smoking, you're an everyday smoker. You're thinking of quitting?
No.
Okay. And I am not seriously thinking of quitting. Okay, so I'm gonna bet you're probably not on any meds.
Yes.
You are on meds?
I'm on antidepressants
Okay.
from Warren.
And
But
what do you take?
my paroxetine, but my doctor had left to Youngstown. They moved the office to
And
Youngstown.
you can't obviously get there. So what's your
Yeah.
milligrams on the capsule?
30. So, and I don't have any more refills.
Okay, that's why you'll come here and we'll get that for you, okay?
Okay.
Past, besides the Paxil, what else have you taken?
In the past,
Yeah.
I was on Adderall. I was on Prozac.
Okay.
Zoloft, is that one? Okay.
Yep.
I think those are the only ones I remember.
Okay. So right now, do you have a food card?
EBT?
Yeah. So we're just gonna write housing as an issue for you, childcare, when you do get a job. Is
Okay.
your son involved with DD? Department of Developmental? Is he pretty severe autistic?
Just communication.
Okay. He may be, and this is something the case manager who will get you hooked up if one can help you with is, there's a Department of Developmental Disabilities and autism is one of the diagnoses they take. Like I have a grandson who is genetic seizure disorder and he gets services from them.
Okay.
And they really do a lot to help. They used to have schools for that. Those are crazy. Now, how do you get around? You walk? You got a car?
Bus or walk.
Okay. How long can you stay at the shelter?
I don't know. They didn't give us a deadline.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to cover all the bases here. Okay. Now, all these questions are within the past 30 days.
Okay.
Being impatient there. I just want it to go, and it won't. That's too slow. How would you say your health is right now overall? Physical.
Good.
How do you deal with daily problems?
I vlog.
Okay. So you have some coping strategies in place that you do. Get out and walk, and you feel you have some control over your life.
Sometimes.
How would you deal with a crisis?
What you mean?
Like if something would happen, I don't want to give it anything to it. Okay, let's talk about when you stabbed your son's father. How do you think you dealt with that? I mean, you seem like a kind of relatively calm person that probably just says, "Oh, geez," and then you do. Is that true or no?
I have another side to me.
Okay, well, you're very calm right
This
now.
is a calm side, but
Okay.
when it gets like that, I'm very
You're like off the
yeah,
Okay, how do you get along with your family? To some degree, okay?
somewhat sometimes.
How do you do when you're out and about in social situations? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. In the past when you've worked, how did you do? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Your housing is not satisfactory because it's
No.
only temporary and your symptoms obviously are bothering you because you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. How about no, so depressed nothing would cheer you up some of the time?
All the time here.
Okay.
But when I was at my apartment,
Uh-huh.
I felt like I didn't really need my medicine. So I wasn't in depression. I wasn't in a depressive
Well, and you
situation.
had more control.
So I guess it depends on my environment. So wherever I move, it's like I'm
okay.
now I'm
Well,
depressed.
It's not, I mean, it's a roof over your heads and food. It's not the most ideal situation
Yeah.
when you have. So now tell me, do you ever feel hopeless some of the time?
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhat.
Okay, and how about nervous? You just
No.
don't seem nervous, yeah. That's gonna be none of the time. So we know about the smoking, we know about that. All right, I can do that. Are you happy with the friendships you have?
Mhm. I don't know.
Because we can agree that agrees
I mean,
neutral.
Personally, because as a vlogger, I have made friends over so that way, yeah.
Okay.
Personally, it's just a lot of people switch up and they change, so I
Yeah,
just don't.
yeah. Well, do you have people that you can do enjoyable things with?
My family,
Okay.
sometimes, whenever they feel like it.
Okay. You feel like you belong in the community? I know you're relative. Are you from here or no?
Yeah.
You are from here, and then you went over there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You haven't really had a lot of violence other than the stabbing. Wow. Somebody would choke me, I'd probably do that too, though. I would get in their face. That's just what I do. I'm very calm too, but don't push me.
I beat him up in the face one
Oh,
time.
I
So
will.
he went to work and he came home like, "You think I'm gonna keep going to work like this?"
Well,
I'm like, "Well, he don't want to." Like, he will literally get in my face and press me to the point where I become angry. And then he keeps
provokes.
keeps provoking that anger and like he wants me to attack him.
Have you ever seen your son?
Sometimes, not really.
It'd be probably a nightmare every time he comes.
Well, he don't act like that unless we're together. That's why we're not together.
How many children would you say are in that?
Huh?
How many kids do you think are there?
Or where?
At
In here?
Where you're staying?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's not too many. Okay, a number of children you have given live birth to in the last 5 years. Just the one, your daughter, because your son date.
In the last 5 years,
Yeah.
none.
Huh?
In the
How old-
last 5 none?
Yeah.
No.
How's your daughter?
She's 13.
Oh, wow, you were young.
I was 18.
So total number of live births you've had, 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you currently pregnant?
No.
This is a thing, we have a grant, and this is literally a statistics sheet for people who come. So they're looking at statistics of people who come, and it's all over the country, and they're kind of compiling a bunch of data, just so they know.
Mm.
I don't know why everybody thinks this stuff's so important, but I guess they do, whatever. Okay, this is our last section, we're doing good. What do you think your strengths are?
I've gotten better at communication because when I was younger, I was antisocial and I really didn't talk.
I'm gonna say you're a dedicated mom.
Yeah. Cooking.
Okay.
Cleaning. And strategizing. Figuring out what I need to do.
And your needs are housing, I'm gonna say, well, first we'll say psychiatry. PCP, everybody who gets psychiatry gets a psych nurse. So you might see the doctor once a year and you'll see them a couple other times. And they're gonna connect you with case management. Does that sound good? They can help you with all the resource needs.
Okay.
Mental health. And so when we look at abilities, you certainly have the ability to cook and clean. Problem solve. Anything else you can think of?
No.
Okay. And your family is somewhat involved.
Somewhat.
Okay.
Just a tad bit.
Okay. And do you know what your diagnosis was when you were, is it like depressive disorder? Is that what they diagnosed you with?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is your discharge plan here. You did really good.
Yeah.
Psychiatry, case management, nursing. So today you will get 3 appointments. You will get an appointment for case manager, nursing, and psychiatry. And then after the nurse sees you, they will have you make an appointment to see for primary care.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. So preference, male or females? That you like to see? Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay. Morning or afternoon? Probably afternoon because that's your free window.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want.
I can do mornings too, though. Well, no, afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I gotta decide which team I want to give you to. I've given everybody there. You don't care if it's a male or who do you think you feel more comfortable working with, a male or a female case manager? They're the ones you're gonna probably have the most contact with.
Male.
Okay, I like Ellery. Ellery Bradford. I really like.
They're more dominant.
Yeah, he's a really sweet guy. He's and Ellery is northwest. Northwest. Susan Happy. Okay, so let me just get one more little thing to do. Still didn't spell that right. Where'd you graduate from high school?
North.
North?
Mhm.
Are they tearing that school down?
Mhm.
No, I thought they were gonna rebuild it.
No, they're keeping it.
When I used to do the mental health service many years ago for a foster care network, and I would go out places in North High School, I saw a lot of kids there.
Yeah.
It's gonna do that 1, that 2. Okay, Northwest. Good job.
So y'all do art therapy?
I don't know a lot thought about that, but, we do, I don't know where it's at, they probably do. I don't know if it's something that they do like ongoing, if you know what I mean, you know, they might run a group periodically.
Oh, every so often.
What?
Every so often.
Yeah. Okay, that didn't work. And then the last one I did is. Okay, any questions for me?
No.
I have to look at it again, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. As the day goes on and the week goes on, things get a little crazy. So Ellery, Susan, that's in there, med 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It's nice meeting you, Aisha. You are not the first, I know several people named Aisha, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I worked with somebody, I was the program director, and she was my team lead, Aisha, and then I had a Jordanian woman whose name was Aisha, but it was spelled E-I-S-H.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was pronounced the same.
That's a weird way to
So
spell it.
when I saw your name, I thought, oh, I know how to pronounce this.
I think I would call her EIU.
That's what I did, she just said Aisha.
We are back. And now the question is, will I follow through? Remember, at the end of the day, it is your choice. Don't let no one apply pressure onto you. If you feel you are capable and you are able, you can go ahead and do it your way. You know, just because they want to throw a diagnosis on you, or they want to, you know, you pass your intake and whoa, you know, now you found out, boom, I'm crazy. Because if I didn't pass my intake, I wouldn't be going to the next appointments. So obviously you passed your intake, so this is your question. You know, this is on you. This is your decision. Just because you made it to this point don't mean you have to continue on forward, because this is your life. Your life. No one else's life. They have no control over you. You know, a lot of people would say, go ahead, do it. Take advantage of the resources. Take advantage of the privileges. But is it grass really greener on the other side is the question. Yes, they give you stuff. Yes, they'll provide you bus passes if you go there. Yes, they will cater to your mental needs. Yes, you can get Social Security if you do this. Yes, you can eventually get on disability income. Yes, you can do all of that. But it's on you. It's about you. What do you want? You know, you've been out there and you've experienced the world. And guess what? Come to find out, no one's actually crazier than the next person. Everyone is mentally insane. I don't say mentally sane. Everyone is actually sane. Actually insane. They're just trying to keep it together. They're just trying to hold it together. You know, they're just trying to stay strong through whatever. But if you sign off on your mental health, what happens? You'll be obligated. You'll be pressured. You'll have to take those meds. You'll have to take that shot. You'll have to get those checkups because you signed off on it, you know? So this is about you. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Just because you made it to, you know, that step, is it progress? Is it really help? Or is it hindering you? Is there something actually wrong with you? Or do they want you to make you feel as though something is wrong with you, because this can actually benefit them more than it benefits you? Always think about that. So, will I go to these next appointment? Y'all will see. See y'all next time. Bye. Did I get a say-so of what I wanted or what I thought was best for me? Or did they just go based off who I was previously without acknowledging who I am now? We as humans have a way of adapting to the past and the present. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Be notified and share at your own free will to show you care.